What's up, guys? I figured I'd make an update. It's been a while since I've done this, and I acknowledge that. I'm just not good at making content for my channels. It's always been one of my biggest downfalls on my YouTube channels. But so far so good. This is 7/25 today. I think that's the date. So it's July 25th. Lots happened since my last update. I'm trying to remember where I was, but essentially, since the last update, I've graduated cardio rehab. So I did really well. She said they expect a full recovery of my ejection fraction, which at the time when we measured out last, that was on 6/1, was 55 to 60%. So it might even be better than that right now. I don't know. I don't think there's a reason for them to measure it unless something goes wrong. So I'll just have to assume it's still that good. As I said, I still work, still do my walks, and I don't get as many in as I did when I was in cardio rehab. It's amazing how having a dedicated system of accountability helps. So for anybody on the fence about joining a gym or hiring a trainer or whatever, it's probably worth it, because we just don't have a whole lot of self-motivation. But if we're accountable to somebody in any way, shape, or form, like a little group or something, we seem to do better. I know I was doing better every week, but I do still get out and walk. And it's been really, really hot here, like 100-degree plus days. So getting outside and walking's been harder. And so therefore, I've been walking in my basement. I have a track down there, a treadmill. And also my son has an elliptical machine, a bike, stationary bike. And I've been using kind of both of them. So I'll get on the treadmill for 20 to 30 minutes, just depends on how I feel. And then I'll round out my 15 minutes or so on the other. As long as I get in about 40 to 45 minutes of continual exercise where my breathing is slightly elevated, that's the goal. And she said that it's really important for me to do the best I can to make sure that time is an uninterrupted time. So if I transition from one to the other, a minute or two is maximum. Like don't wait any longer. You want to keep your target heart rate up at a consistent interval, not broken as much as possible. She said this is where the biggest benefit, especially toward cardiovascular. I don't know how it relates to muscle or burning fat or any of that. I'm not sure if that's even relevant, but for cardiovascular health, it seems to be better. So I do that as much as I can, and she gave me the girl in charge of my cardio rehab gave me full access to go back into resistance training. She said I can even do weightlifting if I want, but don't push too hard. And I don't know if she knows. I said, well, what do you think, 70%, 80? And she goes, just don't go too hard. She said, and start off lighter, start off with body resistance. And I plan to do it. I haven't done it yet. I've been cleared for this since the end of June. So yeah, it's been almost a month since I've been cleared for it, and I haven't started yet. But I also have my hernia to contend with, and you guys know about that. At least I think most of you do. If you're just watching for my heart attack updates, you may not know the biggest viewings on this channel is probably for hernia related stuff. But the hernia that I had repaired has since started to defect or reopen itself like an eye opening up. And it's fine at this point. It's to a stable point, but it's going to have surgery again eventually. And the surgeon who takes care of my hernia, my GI guy, said that surgery's off the table for a year after having a heart event. So especially post having stents, and I got 2 stents. So he said just be careful, don't overstress yourself. When it first happened, when I got the hernia started re-damaging itself at first, it was far worse than pain-wise. It hurt for a good, I don't know, probably 2 to 3 weeks. Like, it had a pretty consistent pain source for 2 or 3 weeks. And anything I did, twisting or turning or whatever, would give it a little bit of a pain. It was never like it's killing me pain. It was just this dull, sharp pain that would let me know that I still have a hernia. Now, I think what happens is I tear the edge, the top and the bottom, because it's up and down that's opening up. I think that it gets torn a little bit, like a micro tear. And then those edges that are torn heal. And then after those heal, I really don't feel it anymore for a while. And that's probably where I'm at. But cumulatively over time, it's just going to get bigger and bigger. It might not hurt me all the time, but eventually it'll be too big for the 7x3 mesh strip that's still under there from the first repair a long time ago. So I know that another surgery is in my future. But it's stable. I've even had a couple of shows in the band that I play that have had no real problem feeling the stomach. But I will say this. There's a song we do, Man in the Box, by Alice in Chains, and I sing it, and it's a belting, really hard singing in that song. It twice now, the 2 times that I've had the abdominal hernia recurrence has been because I sang that song. So literally, I'm 100% of if I start to really sing that song, it might cause my hernia to be worse. So I told my guys in my band, I'm just not going to sing it. Now, I've sing the other stuff that I sing in and backup singing and stuff. And as long as it's not that song, I just don't know what it is about it. It makes my abs and my diaphragm and my lungs do something that the other songs don't. So I'm not going to sing that song, at least till after the surgery and I know that everything's good. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm about halfway through my walk right now, and I'm winded and already tired. And I had a long weekend too, so I've probably have only gotten in 2 walks last week, and I want to make sure that doesn't become a normal pattern. I got to walk off and just walks, man. It doesn't take much more than that to keep your cardiovascular health up, but I've got to keep them going, and I am. And that's pretty much the checkup for today. Hope you guys are doing good. See you next time.